Hey guys, it's me, Mike T57S, and as I mentioned in my earlier review on Mavis, yes, I have graduated, my high school and stuff, and now I'll be headed to college. Yeah, it's pretty rough and stuff, but you gotta try. Alright, here I am, in now my last and my revolutionary review. Yep, it's Diesel. Yeah, here I am with my now revised review on the Bachmann Devious Diesel, and now, I gotta be honest, I know I've said some flaws and stuff when I was, when I first did this, and I was young, I was, a little, like, immature and didn't understand, and I did attack things for the sake of attacking them. But yeah, and that's, of course, another reason, because, I'm mature and stuff, and opinions can change over time. Yeah, and don't worry, I come to things with a sense of heart, but I only do attack things because, I do get angry, and I tend to lose my temper at times. Alright, here I am with the Bachmann Devious Diesel. Alright, now let's just, get to the character opinion. Okay, yes, Diesel's a villain. I know I said I hate Diesel because he's a villain. I mean, you gotta like the good guys. But, yeah, ever heard of a good franchise with a good hero? What, hey, we all need a good villain, don't we? Alright, here he is, Diesel. And, of course, yeah, he's a devious asshole who really thinks that, steam engines should all be scrapped and stuff, and that soda should be modernized. Yeah. Wow, Reverend Audrey really has made, like, his own franchise of Thomas the Tank Engine full of, like, segregation. Like as if, the Diesels, and, were, like, African Americans, and the steam engines were whites. And don't get me wrong, I don't mean to be offensive to any of you guys. Believe me, segregation is really stupid. Alright. And yeah, we're all equal. Alright, and steam engines or diesels are also equal. I love steam engines. Believe me, they're a classic. Diesels are okay. They're cool. How, fast they are, and at least they're, not that harmful to the environment. And very cheaper. But steam engines are a classic. Yeah. And that's why, I think Reverend Audrey put this out there, just to show us that, we all gotta care about steam engines. Alright. Here I am. Okay, and yes. Despite the fact, Diesel is a devious bastard, sorry if this is taking too long with the character opinion, he's still, kind of good-hearted, even though the CGI series did screw it up a bit. Yeah. But I love... but it's a good thing that in the CGI series that he is becoming more of a villain again, in Blue Mountain Mystery, and even in recent episodes like No More Mr. Nice Engine, and Thomas the Quarry Engine, and Disappearing Diesels, where you would really just love to smack this guy in the face for, his devious deeds. Yeah. They really make him more of a kindergarten bully and all that. But it's not that bad as you think. At least, he is, after all, Devious Diesel. Alright. Okay, so that's the character opinion, and I do love, how he's always getting into trouble and stuff. Yeah. I crack myself up at a lot of his mishaps, like in Pop Goes the Diesel, where he made his debut. Diesel does it again. Oh, and of course the World's Strongest Engine, which really got the most laugh out of me. Alright. Okay, I've wasted 4 minutes. Let's just get on with this model. Okay. Now, change of plan, I think, and I did this, in my overview. Let's just get to, of course, the side this time, yeah. I really like the way the side was made, yeah. Only because it's got a lot of detail here, too, yeah. It's got everything. We got, his vents and stuff, like, right over here, and, of course, we even got this other vent over here, and I think this is where they keep the tools, but yeah, these just pieces of machinery, and this, of course, would be his exhaust, where his fumes would come out of, and yeah, we even got these little, like, pads over here, vents over here, and more vents over there, and, you know, this piece of machinery over here. And, of course, this over here, now that I've just seen it, this, of course, is the oil fillet cap, you know, where you put the oil in. And we even got, you know, the top here where, you know, these ribs are. Nice. And I even love, you know, the black paint, even for Donalds and Douglas. Mavis, of course, was in a different shade, but she's still good. Like, I love, you know, the black paint, you know, that they gave for Diesel, Donalds, and Douglas. It looks really, like, spectacular. Like, it's so shiny. I mean, it looks really good that way. And, like, the way, you know, this model has been made, it looks as if Bachmann would also do this with actual OH shunters. And especially for the fact that, you know, Ari and Bert are coming out this year, and, of course, they are Class 08s like Diesel. I'm glad, you know, that they didn't, you know, take, you know, like, a lazy route and stuff. Well, nah, I mean, they sort of did, but I'm just glad, you know, that they were able to have it easy for themselves by repainting, you know, or just reusing the model of Diesel. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, this is the oil fillet cap, and this, of course, are the vents and other machinery. Another vent over here. And, of course, we even get to the cab. And like Mavis, the windows are painted gray. And this is basically just to hide the motor and stuff. Nonetheless, they look nice, too. I have to say, the Bachmann model of Diesel, in my opinion... Oh, excuse me. This, in my opinion, is far superior than the Hornby model. If you guys want to buy the Hornby model, that's fine. I really enjoy the Bachmann Devious Diesel mostly, only because it really captures the look of an actual Class 08 shunter. And this is, of course, is really what makes Diesel my favorite model to use. I mean, you could use him for anything, you know, any Class 08 model, or any diesel shunter, or any tank engine for anything, you know, for any shunting on your layout. Yep, we got more, like, ribs over here, and more cab windows. They look nice, and definitely Class 08-esque. And, of course, speaking of the fact that he's a Class 08, and, you know, that they made Ari and Bert, this, of course, would be the same method, as I mentioned a couple of times. Excuse me, I had to yawn. This, of course, is the same method that you could use to make other characters that are 08s, like Splatter, Dodge, Paxton, and even Sydney. And I really think, you know, Splatter, Dodge, and Paxton would be a definite choice. Alright, and I even love, you know, the way that the buffers are made. We got these little bullets in the back, and of course, they look like sprung buffers, even though they're not, and again, I wish they were, because that would be awesome. You know, that way these buffers just wouldn't break off and stuff, you know, if you hit something, because a few of my engine's buffers are bent, and that's crap. Alright. So, yeah, here's the door right over here. That's molded on nicely, and so are the handrails, just like I mentioned earlier. And we even got, of course, you know, the step ladder to climb into the cab. Nicely done. We'll get to the top, where, like Mavis, he's got this little pad over here. And, of course, these little, you know, lines molded right next to it. Yeah. And, of course, these ribs, just like I mentioned. And more of the same thing, you know, machinery vents, oil fillet cap, you know. Except there's no vent here. And I don't know why. And I can understand this wasn't in the actual show, but doesn't the actual Class 08 shunter actually have this? Yeah. Alright, and of course, it wouldn't be a Class 08 shunter without the side rods. Yeah. Now, I love the way they molded, you know, like these pieces, which, of course, are his brakes. That was nice. The wheels are nice, and they're also like a Ritz cracker shape. And I also, because like I said, that he's a Class 08 shunter, the side rods are just genius. I mean, I just love the way these are made. With these little bolts, you know, just screwed right in. And then, you know, we got these side rods as the outside framed wheel sets. That is just cool, like, literally. You know what? Despite everything, I think it's best if I just show you right now. Okay, I'll just put something in this bag. Yeah. Yeah, but you guys get what I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm putting a rock in the back, but... Oh yeah, and that's another thing I like about the model of Diesel. He's strong, like, literally. And that's why he's heavy and stuff. This guy is strong. I mean, even for just a little shunter. I mean, but he's a Diesel. Of course, Diesels, they are just really powerful, and that is just what's really awesome. And, oh, we could have zoomed in on this now, couldn't I? Yeah. And again, the outside frame wheel sets are just genius. But what's also not to like about it is that they're silver. They're just left silver. And that is just, it just screams nostalgia. Like, literally. I just love the way, they just left the side rod silver. And of course, from season 6 onwards, to my dismay, yeah, it's really to my dismay, the side rods have been the side rods have been, painted black, and I'm not a really big fan of that. Because it kind of, well, actually, what am I kidding? It does fade in, with the actual, Diesel's paintwork. And I have no idea of why, Hit decided to have the side rods painted black and stuff. I mean, it was kind of hard to see. I mean, the silver ones looked really, really nice, in my opinion. And they definitely scream nostalgia. Oh, and by the way, guys, remember when I said, I didn't want Diesel to be a member of Sodor? Well, in the CGI series from seasons, 7, I think, yeah, onwards, it kind of got annoying. But in season 7, but from the rest of the seasons, from 17 to 18 and onwards, it got nice. I mean, I just like, how they make him resonant, along with the other Diesels. So, yeah. And it's also because they got his original personality back. Yeah, I mean, there are times where, I prefer to him, just to stay in the mainland and stuff. And then he just comes to Sodor to help out, but gets in serious trouble and gets banished. But on other times, you know what? You mean he could also work in, the mainland and the Northwestern Railway. So, yeah, there you go. And like I said, just the silver side rods alone, like, I'm just glad, that they left them that color, just to capture the character. But it doesn't mean it's an all-classic model, and we'll get to that later. The front looks nice, and I'm just glad they got it all, flat over there. Oh, and I forgot to mention with the wheel sets. I mean, this is better than the Hornby model, and that's another reason why. And we got more of these sprung-like looking buffers. I mean, buffers even though they're not. Something I forgot to mention with the back is I love the way this vacuum hose is made. Very spot on. And we even got, of course, the step ladders. And if those of you were to make, like, custom models of Splatter and Dodge, it's pretty obvious you could easily remove these, because I think these are made of rubber. No, actually, they're made of plastic. Never mind. But be careful with them, though. I mean, if you want to make a custom model of, like, Splatter and Dodge, like, you could take them off. Ari and Bert don't have, the step ladder, so there you go. Alright. And then we got, the electric lighting arrangement on over here. That looks very nice. I mean, like, these two turn on, but why don't these two? But nonetheless, they still look really good. I love the way it's aligned and stuff. And then, of course, we get, to the face. Yeah, I know, this is what I complained about, and this is what I meant, It's not an all-classic series-based model because, the fact they gave him, the CGI face. At first, when I found out, at the time when Diesel was coming out, I was really pissed because, they, but then again, they just didn't want to scare kids. And if you ask me, I really, hate it, of how companies are just, are afraid of terrifying children. I mean, this world is so overprotective, like, literally. We've all dealt with scary things in our lives. Big frickin' whoop. But yet, we recover from it. Yeah, like, one scary thing I know, well, here's what I'm going to say. Like, one scary thing, of course, would be, like, that hellhound from All Dogs Go to Heaven. And, no, I haven't grown up with that movie, but I've seen it recently, and even though I'm, 18 years old, wow, that scene is freaking terrifying. Alright, enough of that. I'm just getting off topic here. I mean, like, we all, like, have depressing and dark stuff in our childhoods, but we can recover from that. I mean, come on, like, don't be so afraid. Like, literally. Alright. I mean, if they were to do a CGI face, they should do the CGI Devious face. I mean, hell, at least that's not scary. But yeah, Diesel's face could be pretty scary. The Hornby model definitely creeps you out. I mean, and I agree with Samirsky, like, you definitely need it. But if possible, if you could buy the Hornby one and, like, take the Hornby model's face off, and then take the Bachmann's one off, and then just put it on there, like some people do with the Hornby and Bachmann, Thomas Percy, and James models, I really don't see why not. If that's even possible. You can leave me in the comments below if you think so. But nonetheless, you could even draw. As for me, it's okay, yeah. I mean, believe me, I don't really, hate the face. I mean, at least it's nice. But they should have at least made it Devious because, he's a bad guy and, he just is always up to mischief and stuff. Well, look on the bright side, though. At least they got, his cheeks, his eye sockets, and, of course, his, nose right. Alright. So, yeah, that's pretty much Diesel. Let me get this on the tripod again. And we'll have him pull a train. And trust me, I got all my rolling stock. Alright, guys, here we are. Here's Diesel. And note that I picked up every rolling stock I got. Yeah. That's all freight related. Oh, it's flatbed. Oh, and yes, this is the part now in my videos where you finally get to see the flatbed with the paint drums. Yeah. Look at Diesel go, yeah. Alright, I'm sure this truck could derail. I don't even know how I got that derailed. Oh, boy. Okay, here it is. Yeah, every freight-related rolling stock, or goods, whatever. And this is pretty much how strong Diesel is, and I like that. But be careful, I don't know if the motor could wear out, but yeah, be careful with it, though. But I would like to get it on full speed, because I ran this guy, and he's at least sleek enough. But he's still kind of slow, but still, he's pretty agile. I'll give it that. Damn tripod. Okay, yeah, there is an inaccuracy. Like they're doing in the actual show that just right now in the CGI series that Diesel can go fast, but in real life that is really impossible because Diesel shunters are supposed to be slow, and that includes OH shunters. But if Diesel can go fast, you know what, I don't really give a crap. I mean, if they want to make him go fast, alright. Fine, at least, they don't overdo it with the other OH shunters. Or the other Diesel shunters in general. Like, I just hope they don't overdo it with them. Diesel, it's fine. I mean, he could go pretty fast, like... But again, he is pretty slow compared to the other models. Alright, one more run. Damn, unscrewing this thing is a bitch. And now I'll just stop him right over here. Okay, there we go. Bachmann Diesel. Okay, yeah, he has a CGI face, but otherwise, he's still the perfect model in my opinion. And if you don't like it, go ahead. Only because of the CGI face. Oh, hold on. That was my mom, you guys. Alright, let's just, easily again, Bachmann Diesel is, a great model to have. He's really awesome. Okay, with or without the CGI face. He's still good. And really accurate to a class of weight. And this is what makes him my favorite model. Along with Edward Donald Douglas Diesel. No, I mean Edward Donald Douglas, Duck, and Thomas. Well, yeah. Alright, so Bachmann Diesel, 10. Yeah, a full 10 out of 10. So, yeah. That pretty much just sums up Devious Diesel as a whole. So, yes. So, I'm so glad, I got to do this. And for now, this is me, Mike D57S, signing off. And stay tuned for more videos to come. Until then, adios.